Hey, good afternoon everyone. How are you? Long time no see. Yeah, I know. Hi, first time here? Is it your first time here? Hi and welcome. This is going to be a slightly different video for me. I think I'm just going to do a little get ready with me and then just a little catch up. Just see how everybody is and just letting you know how I am as well. Shouldn't take too long, hopefully, we shall see. So yeah, I know I've been away, I've been absent for what, maybe a week or so. It almost feels like a really long time when I'm away from my channel. Whilst I'm talking today, I'm going to be putting on just some makeup because the last few days, I'd say just over a week, I haven't worn any makeup at all, and I just really feel like putting some makeup on right now. So that's what I'm going to do. So I'm going to start off with this Grown Alchemist primer. It's an anti-pollution primer, and that's what it says. It's this product here. Right, can you see it? I'll put it like that. Any prices of things like that, I'll put it on the screen down below. I think a lot of the products I'm going to be using today are mainly from my American beauty boxes. So if the products are available here in the UK, I will put down the location and where you can buy it from down below in the price. Yep. Okay, so I've been enjoying this primer. I have used it. It's very much like a silicone based primer. For those of you who know me, can you see it even? For those of you who've been followers of my channel for a while, you know I've got very oily skin. Even though I am, how old am I? I'm 54 years old. My skin is really oily, so my understanding is that my skin is dehydrated, which is just crazy because I drink so much but it still remains dehydrated, and that's why I produce sort of excess sebum all the time. Also means that I have uneven skin tone and all of that. So you know, I'm 54. But as you can see, I'll bring you in a bit closer. As you can see, I haven't got any lines. Under my eyes are looking excessively tired. You can see sort of like circles, the dark circles under my eyes. And that kind of explains why I've been away for a bit. So I had COVID last month and I thought I was recovering, and then I realised that I had a chest infection. So I went to the hospital, got a chest x-ray, and I had a chest infection. Which meant that I was coughing non-stop. It was my own fault. It's basically because there's a particular medication that I take. I've got rheumatoid arthritis, which is an autoimmune disease. There's a particular medication I take called methotrexate, and it's been described to me like a mild chemotherapy drug. I take it once a week. And what it does, it suppresses your immune system. And the main reason it does that is because with rheumatoid arthritis, your body's natural defense system, it goes into overdrive. It doesn't know what is good, it doesn't know what is bad, that enters your body, and it attacks everything. So that means that it can attack all the good tissues, good enzymes, good everything inside your body. So basically it can attack your lungs, your heart, your liver, and basically it could kill you. So what this methotrexate does, it suppresses the autoimmune system, so it doesn't attack everything, and it just kind of keeps things on a balance. So you know, all the little sort of knights in my body, they won't attack. It won't attack all the good soldiers and all the bad soldiers. So that's what it does. So when I got COVID, what I should have done, which I didn't really, well, I was told, but I was told over like 10 years ago, so I couldn't remember. I was told that if I get an infection of any sort, I should stop taking the methotrexate, so my body will, my body's natural defense systems will fight the COVID virus. Yeah, I didn't know that, so I just continued to take my injection once a week, and that was it. So that's why I had the lingering cough and ended up developing into a chest infection, because my body didn't know what it was doing. But that's fine now, it's all under control. If you notice, I haven't coughed yet, which is good. So she says, taking a drink to remind myself. But that kind of led to me just feeling really, I just felt really down. I think I was run down as well, to be honest. So So yeah, I was feeling a bit down, really tired of all the coughing, because I was coughing so much, my flipping ribs were hurting. So it was like, and then the stuff going on at work as well. Nothing major, nothing to do with me. It's just with one of the people that I supervise. They were, how can I put this? They were clearly going through some mental health issues, and it was really affecting them in work, and that led to me worrying about them, because you know, you just want to support them as much as possible. Because the whole thing is, when people, I mean, I'm sure most of you have heard this already, if you go off work on sick, the longer you spend off work, the harder it is for you to return back to work. So where I work, the emphasis, particularly since COVID as well, is really about well-being, making sure people have got good mental health and just keeping them well in work. So there's been a lot of work in supporting managers to support staff. So I support my team, I give them resources, I give them mental health time out, you know, encourage them to take breaks. We provide lots of training and support about building up your resilience. And then I get that same sort of training available for me as well, but sort of manager level. So teaching us how to support others, but also how to look after ourselves. Because, you know, obviously when you're supporting people, it can bear a burden on you as well. So, it's been, I've had a few people sort of one after the other that have just not been great. I'm going to try a product which I purchased. So I purchased two of these. Where's the other one? I've got the other one here somewhere. So these are from Iconic London, because I'm not really wanting to wear heavy foundation at the moment, particularly because I'm working from home. But at the same time, I do want to look presentable, because I do a lot of meetings online. So I use Microsoft Teams, so we do a lot of meetings online, and I only go into the office maybe once, twice a week, or I'll go out to support an officer if they've got a challenging business and they need that sort of seniority to sort of go in and just be that assertive person, shut the business up, basically, just be the manager. You know, when people sort of say, I want to speak to your manager, so I'm the person that goes in and plays manager and calms things down, de-escalate things. So anyway, so I need to look presentable, but I don't want to wear full-on makeup anymore, because I just don't see the need. And plus it's starting to get, the weather's getting warmer, so I tend not to want to wear full heavy makeup anymore, because my skin is oily. So I can't remember, I'm always watching YouTube when I'm at home. I've always got it running in the background, and I saw a YouTuber, I cannot remember who it was, but she was using this from Iconic London, Super Smoother Blurring Skin Tint, and I like the way how it looked on her. I can't remember who it was. It's someone who I watch regularly, but I can't remember who it was. So is this the colour I want to wear? This is not the colour I want to wear. I bought two colours because they were very affordable. Again, I'll put the screen down below. So the colour that it looked like it should work for me was this colour, which is warm, rich. There was about 10-12 shades, I think. I can't remember. There wasn't that many shades, but there was a breadth of shade ranges to cover most people, I would say. And I think this was one of the deepest shades. I think there's maybe one more shade after this. So this is the colour I thought would be the right colour for me. But on the Iconic website, they've got a thing there where you can do a shade matcher. So I should have in here the right shade. So if I, what have I done with it? Wait one sec. It's in here somewhere. She says. Oh. Yeah, here we go. So the shade matcher said that I should wear this shade, which was Neutral Deep. And I thought, oh, this shade is a little bit light. But they basically said on the site, it literally said this shade might appear light, but it will work well for you. And I thought, right, okay. I wasn't sure. I think the price on the site, I can't remember. I think it was £15 to £20. I can't remember how much the price was. But so me being me, I had a look on eBay to see if anybody was selling it, because sometimes I find that sort of deeper skin shades, they're not always available, because the lighter skin shades tend to be more popular when people are selling stuff on eBay. But I thought, let me have a look. And I did find two sellers that were selling the warm rich and the deep neutral. What's it called, that? Neutral Deep. So they were more expensive than the other people who were selling the shades, but you know, it's just one of those things of having darker skin. Sometimes you've got to pay a little bit more, but it was still cheaper than buying it at retail. So I think it was about £7. One was £7, I think one was £11. I can't remember which one was which. So I bought both of them, and I've tried this one, this Neutral Deep, and it actually works all right. So I'm going to put that on now. So as I said, I'm now thinking it was about £20, but I think I paid £11 for it, and it works fine in my opinion. But you let me know. So I'm just going to use sort of a tart brush here and put this on. So just put that on, and yeah, that's fine. So yeah, it's just, yeah, so for me, I've just been not feeling that particularly great at work, just feeling a little bit down, and we're really short staffed, and we've got a ridiculous amount of workload to do. We've got a backlog because during the pandemic we weren't allowed to go out and do inspections, and we also during that time, so I don't know about you guys and wherever you work, the pandemic was a time when a lot of people sort of just reevaluated their lives, and they changed jobs, moved around, did all sorts of things. So we happened to lose quite a lot of our staff, our qualified, authorised staff who could do the work. So we lost over half the amount of people. Also where I work as well, we've had to make budgetary cuts, so we've had a couple of posts, we lost a couple of posts. So I was like, right, we've got less staff. I'm not going out and doing inspections now because I'm now managing, and it's like, right, and sort of a lot of our skill base is kind of gone. I was like, oh dear, what are we going to do? So we decided to recruit people who were training to come into the profession. So we recruited overall 4 people to come in. One was just absolutely no use at all. So after his training year, we said no, we're not going to take you on. It just wasn't any good. One really good, but as soon as she qualified, got through her probation, she went off on maternity leave, which is like, yeah, smart move, good move, girl, because you know she secured the salary, secured the position, went off on maternity leave. So I've already told my manager that we'll probably expect for the next, I don't know, 5 years, that depending on how many kids that she wants, there'll be a few maternity breaks from her, which is a shame because that's another person who we haven't really got. So that's 2. The third person is the person who's been having the issues recently, my age group, but qualified. He's done his training, he did the masters in the course, done the training, he did his what we call competency. So you've got to do the qualification, the degree first, and then you've got to do the competency on the job. So he's done that, but he's just been struggling. He knows his stuff, but it's actually going out and doing the work. He just seems to be really struggling, and I'm really feeling for him. And to be honest, I was struggling. I didn't know how to support him, so I think that has been affecting me. And I don't know what else. It's just that and I think feeling fat, feeling overweight, just feeling depressed on myself, really. It's just been that time. So I've just been staying away from YouTube. I didn't want to come in front of the camera. But yeah, can you see how this looks? So you can see it's not a full coverage. It's just a very light coverage. It dries down to a natural finish. You can see it's not full coverage, so you can still see a little bit of my skin underneath, but it's enough. For me, that's enough. I'm going to put a little bit more on my forehead, because my forehead always looks crap. But I like the coverage, so I think this is going to be my product for summer, unless something else comes along. But I'm going to be looking out for other tinted, light foundations, tinted moisturisers, because I like this. I like this a lot, and I'm hoping that the American beauty boxes might have something come up over the next couple of months that might work, because I like this. I like it a lot. But you tell me what you think. So I can't remember. I'm thinking it was £20, but look on eBay, see if they've got something in the shade that you think might work for you. And I think it's sold online. So Iconic London sells it, and I've got a feeling another site, there was 2 other sites that sold it as well, but I can't remember which ones they were. But yeah, I like this. So yeah, so there's that. I'm going to put a little bit of concealer on. So let me see, what have I got in here? In this bag is just the products I've been using recently, because I have been getting a few new products and haven't been really using them a lot. So today I want to use my products. You know, I want to just make myself look a little bit better. So this is a concealer. Again, this is from Ipsy, and this is the brand Complex Culture, which Ipsy, again, Ipsy is an American subscription beauty thing. This is one of the brands that Ipsy had, and this is a really good quality brand. They've got a couple of brands under them which aren't that great, but this Complex Culture, loving their products, love their brushes. That's how we were first introduced to them. Then started getting some of their makeup products. Their products are that I like to use under my eyes. It's just enough. It's not too bright, it's just enough just to give me a little something under my eyes, you know, and then I'll use it over my lids as well, because my lids aren't that great. Shade number 550, I think that says 550. What does that say? Cover my face. It's that shade, that's what I've got. And I had 2 shades, so I had this one and another shade. So I'm going to put that under my eyes. I'm going to wet my sponge. I should have wet it beforehand. This is another sponge I got in, I think, Ipsy again. I think this was the Ipsy BoxyCharm for March, possibly. I got 2 sponges, and I really like these kind of marble shaped sponges. I always forget to wet my sponges beforehand, so I just use that rose water and do that. Do this or use a setting spray. Either one. Do that. Do the other end. Did the wrong end just then. It's supposed to be this end I want to do. And I'm just going to put that on under here. I've got a mirror here, so if you see me looking down there, it's because I've got the mirror there. So yeah, so that's really what's been going on with me. So yeah, I just haven't been in the mood, just not feeling right. But I feel kind of better today, so I thought, you know what, let me just take a little bit of time and put some makeup on. And what I'll do later on this afternoon when I finish work, I'm going to go out for a walk as well. I'll probably play Pokemon. That's usually a thing to do, go and play Pokemon, so I don't look completely weird when I'm out walking by myself. I'm always conscious when I go out walking by myself. Don't know why. I mean, my daughter goes out every day. I mean, she's out now, and she walks for 2-3 hours. She covers about 6 miles. She goes out by herself, no problems. But yeah, I can't even do a mile without feeling conscious being by myself. I think again it's because I'm fat. I just feel really conscious of myself right now. It's like, oh, I need to get out of my own head. You know, it's I don't know what's going on here. I need to reset my brain. I'm taking Friday off, annual leave, just so I can have a longer weekend. And then in a couple of weeks, because my manager is going off for about a week, so I can't take any more time off. But I'm going to go out and take a long weekend off. So that will be towards the end of the month. It should be good because we've also got the bank holiday, so it won't be taking up so much of my leave. What I'm using here is a banana powder, and this is from, is it Bella Pierre? I think this is Bella Pierre. Yeah, it's a Bella Pierre banana setting powder. Banana setting powder in this colour. That's the information there. Hope I've got that the right way around. No, I haven't, as per usual. There you go. So yeah, I'm just going to put that under my eyes. As I said, I'm not doing a full-on makeup look. I'm just dabbing, just a light little look, so I can go back to work this afternoon, because I've got a meeting this afternoon at 3. And I look just a little bit more presentable. You know what I mean? Yeah, I do like this stuff because it dries down to a nice finish. Yes, I know it's not full coverage, which is what I normally like, but it's enough. And then what I'm going to do now, I'm just going to put on a face powder. It's just a whole setting powder. So I've just got my one size one. If I use the one size one, or I use the Complex Culture one, which I got from Ipsy. So I've got two of these here, so, and I like both of them. This one from one side, which is Patrick Starr, who is a big YouTuber as well, is the shade Dark Deep. So I'm just going to put just a light dusting of that over my face, and that will kind of set my face a little bit. And then I'll go in with my brows, whatever I'm going to do around my eyes. So how have you all been doing? We are now properly in spring now. The weather is definitely picking up here in the UK, thankfully, which is good. Did you all watch the coronation? I didn't watch all of it. I only watched a little bit of it. I'm not a royalist, so I'll say that now. So I know that'll probably upset some people, because I know a lot of people claim to be royalists. I've never been a royalist, but I've never... To me, the royal family were... here or there, I just take them or leave them, you know, no big deal for me. But I think once the Queen died, for me that was it. I'd lost all interest. Does that sound weird? I don't know how all of you guys think. But what did you think about the coronation? I've got mixed feelings about it, because I know Charles waited a long time for this, but I've just got... I think my main issue is I've got an issue with Camilla. I mean, I don't know the woman, don't know her at all, but I don't like her. I just don't like the vibe of her at all. And I honestly think, this is just conspiracy feeling, this is conspiracy here. I honestly think she is behind all the issues and the divide going on in the royal family with Charles and his son, Harry and Meghan. I really like Harry and Meghan, so I'm going to tell you now, because I know a lot of people, they blame Meghan for all the world's problems. I just don't see a problem with her at all. The way how I see it is that everybody was happy for Harry to be engaged, but once it started to, people started to realise, wait a minute, she's half black. As in, she's proper half black. The press and some sectors of the media, they just... They were like, yeah, it's lovely. And then they calmed down when they were being a little bit overtly racist, as were really overtly racist in the papers. They calmed down, and then after that, they let rip. And I think once Charles set up with Camilla formally and made it clear that she was going to be his queen consort, and people weren't that fond of her because, you know, we've all got fond memories of Princess Diana, right? I think that Camilla went out of her way to get the more right-wing press and right-wing supporters, so the Piers Morgans, the Daily Mail newspapers, all of that sort of thing, the Daily Telegraph, GB News, all that kind of stuff. She got them on board to start attacking Meghan and Harry, really, and to take the attention away from her, because she wasn't popular. She still isn't that popular. I don't think she's popular at all, but to take the attention away from her, I believe she worked with those papers behind the scenes, because they're obviously getting fed information from the palace, and I think it was coming from her and her team of people, her PR people, her marketing people. Take the attention of her, put it on bad girl Meghan, you know, people calling her me again, calling her, I don't know what they call her, princess, something or another. I can't, they've got some really horrible names for her, and it all stems from racism. It stems from racism. I don't care what anybody says. It stems from racism, and it stems from, I think, Camilla to get the attention of me, and so I can ease into the role. And she's been successful. She's done it. She's managed to slip in. She's now the Queen Consort. We don't even call her the Queen Consort. We're supposed to call her the Queen. And she's got control. And I'm telling you, I would not be surprised. Trust me, this is pure conspiracy here. I wouldn't be surprised if we find out that one of her kids is born before William, and that child belongs to Charles, and then that kid will become the next king or queen. I wouldn't be surprised, because Charles and Camilla have been going a long time. As we all know, during their marriage, Charles's marriage with Diana, he was having his sexy talk. What did he say to her? He would love to be her tampon. I mean, ugh, gross. Ugh, just gross, gross, gross. That's supposed to be sex talks, like nasty. Oh, yuck. Yeah, he's been going on with Camilla the whole time he was with Diana, and that's just plain nasty. And it looks like William is going in the same steps as his father, which is... Right, that's the brows. They're alright, aren't they? Oh, I didn't say. So, with my brows, I'm so busy gossiping, I didn't say what I'm using. So, with my brows, I use a Translucent sort of dual-ended brow product. I don't know what they call it. Hello Brows. So, one end is like a fine, so you could do your fine hair things. And this end is more like the waxes. So, I tend to use that and do that first, and then I'll go in afterwards. And then I use my Anastasia Beverly Hills brow gel thing, what would they call it, in dark brown. I love this product. All these products I got from Ipsy or BoxyCharm. I think nearly everything I've used so far I've got from Ipsy or BoxyCharm. Right, what have I been using on my eyes? So again, I've been keeping it really simple when it comes to my eyes, and what I've been using a lot, which is shocking considering, but what I've been reaching for a lot is this. We got this in a Look Fantastic February, March. It's Wet n Wild palette. I've been using this a hell of a lot. As you can see, it's just been a great product to use. Quick, easy, bang, bang. I put on 2 colours and that's it. So I've been using this a lot. And as you can see, I've got it in my little makeup bag here, which is the makeup bag I tend to use currently. But I think what I'm going to do today, because I've got 2 palettes which I haven't really been using and I got them recently, was this one I got in my BoxyCharm Boost. This is the March BoxyCharm Boost. So this was the Too Faced Better Than Chocolate palette. So I may use this, put this on. That's what it looks like. I've used it a couple of times, but not many. I mean, really nice colours. The duochromes in there are great. So I might use that. What I haven't used, and someone told me this. Who was it who told me? I think it was Folly Babe. She's one of my subscribers. Because I bought this as an add-on a couple months back, and because I've got the purple one up there, and I remember Folly Babe said, yeah, she bought them both and she hasn't touched them. She desperately wanted them as well and she hasn't touched them, and I'm the same. I think I've used them once and I haven't touched them. So I might use this. I'm kind of fancying the oranges and stuff, so I might put that on. So it's either that, but we'll see. Let me go for this, because I haven't used it, so let me put that on. So yeah, that's the Royal, oh shit, just dropping everything as per usual. So yeah, that's the Royal Family. I'm just kind of interested. I'm following it because to me it's like a kind of soap opera. I don't watch soap operas, so the Royal Family to me is my version of a soap opera right now. So I am kind of watching, seeing what's going on, and I like watching it from the American point of view, because the British press are, it makes me sick actually how much they lie. So we've got a Daily Mirror, which Piers Morgan used to be the editor of the Daily Mirror, and how much he has attacked Meghan, all because she left him on what he considered a date. I don't know what he was thinking. I mean, the guy's a married man with how much kids, and he met up with Meghan years ago while she was still dating Harry, and after she left the date or the meeting early to go off on a date with Harry, but Piers didn't know that, and he found out afterwards that she left him to go to meet Harry, and it's pissed him off ever since, and he's just held a grudge for her, and he's called, that's it, Princess Pushy they call her, he's called her every name under the sun. I mean, he's just been absolutely repugnant in the stuff he has said about Meghan. It's just really just totally uncalled for. I mean, he's a great interviewer. There's no doubt about it. He's a great interviewer. He can really drill it down. He goes where people are scared to go when he asks the questions, which is great. But some of the things he says about people are just like, oh, come on, mate. That's uncalled for. It really is. And then him along with people like Jeremy Clarkson, who's just a repugnant person anyway. The American people won't know who I'm talking about, but Jeremy Clarkson was one who used to be like the main person on this show called Top Gear, very, very popular car show. I mean, I used to watch it. I mean, it's funny, but his I mean, he's just an overt racist anyway. It doesn't matter what anyone says. He doesn't hide it. He is what he is. And I prefer that. I like when people tell me who they are, because I know how to deal with them then. It's the people who hide it, the microaggression, all that passive aggression, all of that stuff. Ain't got time for that. Right, I'm going to put on a base colour. I'm going to do that. So all these people who turn around and say, yeah, I'm not a racialist. Yeah, you are. Shut up. We know you are. So I'm going to put this on. See how this... Yeah, that'll work. So I'm just going to do this as a base colour and then go from there. So yeah, all these things. So Harry's supposed to be coming over soon for the phone hacking trial. So I think they said he's going to be appearing for about... He's going to be testifying in court for about 3 days. So that's going to be a whole media circus. The papers over here are just going to be attacking him. The Mail, the Mirror, they're just going to go hardcore. But you know what? The thing behind all of this stuff, so you got Camilla doing her stuff, feeding them all the press. She needs to watch herself, because I think people are going to realise what she's doing. She needs to watch herself. But when it comes to most of the media, the person we really need to be watching, in my opinion, is Rupert Murdoch. That guy, what did they say? There's this saying, it's something along the lines of the person who controls the news controls the world. Rupert Murdoch controls a lot of the main news communications in the world, so newspapers and news channels. So over here in the UK, he controls, I'm not sure, so Daily Mail, he did the News of the World when we had the News of the World, The Sun. Is he behind the Telegraph as well, which is fairly conservative and can be a bit challenging in some of their views? So I'm a liberal, so I straddle the fence, but I think I'm more left-leaning than anything else. Yeah, so that's in the UK. He controls things. Oh, obviously he's behind GB News, which is just a pure right-wing conservative channel. But you know, people like it. Those people, they've got their people. So is that, and then in the States, he's like Fox News and all, and was it Fox News and I don't know all the other stuff, but Fox News is the main one. And obviously Fox News were the channels that really championed Donald Trump. And we know what Donald Trump is now. He is like I don't know if I'm allowed to say it. My channel's small enough, so I might get away with it. No, he's now a sex offender. He's not a registered sex offender because we can't call him that, because it was a civil case. But he's a sex offender, you know, as everything and everything else that he is. So yeah, so Rupert Murdoch, and then he controls Fox News, and Fox News have had their butt kicked in court, civil action. What was it? Nearly 790 million they've had to pay. They've sacked their main person who used to spout a lot of the lies, but a lot of them spouted lies. But the main person who spouted the lies, this guy called Tucker Carlson, he admitted in his text that he couldn't stand Donald Trump. So all lies. They were quite happily spouting all the lies about the 2020 election was stolen, because that's what Donald Trump's thing is, isn't it? So it's Rupert Murdoch. Telling you, he's the one to watch. I mean, he's an old man now. But, you know, evil people take a long time to die because they've got to keep their grip on everything for a long time. And he's got a son that's going to be taking over his empire soon anyway. I'm going to use this kind of burgundy colour now on the edges. So, yeah, this is what I've been doing over the last couple of weeks. I've not been making any videos, but just catching up on popular culture, on the news, what's happening in the world. I've kind of lost hope in our British political system, especially with this whole flipping ID stuff we've got to do now when we go to vote. Completely forgot about that, but it was no issues for me when I did my vote, so it was fine. But yeah, completely forgot we had to bring passports or ID. Actually, in Boris Johnson's favour, he's a clever man, very manipulative. Got this charisma thing, obviously, because he managed to find another woman and get her pregnant. But you know, he's got more brains than Donald Trump has. But yeah, how does that look? Is that right? It's not too much for a Tuesday afternoon, is it? It's alright. It's alright. So yeah, that was it. So yeah, that's what I've been doing. And then the other thing I've been doing is following all these murder cases that have been going on in America. What is going on in America with all these mothers going around flipping unaliving their kids? There's some sick, evil people out there. Two main cases I've been watching is one with this Letitia Stout. Anyone who's from America will know the case I'm talking about, and anyone from UK who follows sort of these channels like I do. So I follow a lot of LawTube, so I'm an Emily D. Baker, Peter Tragos, lawyer you know, Runkle off the Bailey, Laura Lumber. I love my LawTube, really fascinating. I just love listening to law. I've got that kind of brain, I can't help it. So there's these cases. So you got Letitia Stout, she killed her stepson and just lied. And then she came to court. She admitted that she did it, but she went to court claiming that she had insanity. And that's why she did it, but it's no form of insanity. So she was found guilty last week before, on all sorts of counts, so she ain't coming out of jail. Evil! And then you got this other woman who just got convicted on Friday, just gone. Laurie Vallow Daybell. Woman's been married 5 times. And she left her pretty decent, loving husband. You know, the guy was earning like $500,000 a year, provided her with a good home. Apparently he seemed like a really nice guy. Again, we don't know, because we don't know what these people are like. But she was a Mormon, Latter-day Saints, but she just started to read these books of this guy called Chad Daybell, and she really got into his book. So this guy was a bit of a loser. He was a fantasist. See, I don't know how I could describe him really. I don't know if I'm going to be able to do this properly and hold a mirror. He's a bit of a fantasist, so he wrote these sort of doomsday, end of the world kind of books, and she really got into it. He was also a Mormon, Latter-day Saints. She really got into it, and then she just became enamored with this guy, wanted to meet him, and she started to really believe in all of his stuff. And one of the things he quoted was that people, he was going to be the main person to choose the 144,000 people who were going to survive when Christ comes. So he's going to be one of them, and he's going to be choosing people. So he he kind of charms, I don't know what he did, he charms this Laurie Vallow into it. I mean, she ain't innocent in all of this, don't worry about it. He kind of charmed her, and sort of just told her that people were light and dark, and percentage of how much light they were, told them how good they were and how dark they were. It was a low percentage, and he convinced her that her kids were dark. So she had 2 kids still living with them, Tammy, who was like 16, 17, and a little boy, JJ, who was, I might get it all wrong, yeah, his name was JJ, and he was what, 7, 11, something like that. And basically they just sort of said, right, these 2 kids are dark, like 0%. They don't exist anymore. They're now zombies. That's what they call them. And people have lost their life and their goodness. They're zombies. And the kids disappeared. They literally just disappeared. Nobody knew where these kids had disappeared. The 2 of them killed them. She had a brother she had an older brother who seemed to be just under her control. And he seemed to be the enforcer. So everyone believes that is the brother who killed the kids. And killed Chad's wife, because he was married as well. So Laurie's husband died mysteriously. Apparently they shot him, and said it was self-defense. It was Alex, which is Laurie's. I'm confusing you. So Laurie's got an older brother who Chad and Laurie used as their enforcer to basically go around killing people. So he killed her first husband. He also had kids from a previous relationship, much older kids. And you know, the woman didn't even tell the kids that their dad died. The kids are much, much older. I mean, they're young adults, basically. She just sent them a text saying, yeah, your dad's dead. And and they were like, what? What? How? What happened? And she just kind of said, yeah, he's no longer. And then, so they're asking her, what happened? Why? What's going on? She wouldn't tell them nothing. They had to beg, plead, ask all these questions, like, what's going on? What's happening now? Where is he? What's going on? She wouldn't give them any information. She was like, oh, I'm going through stuff at the moment. I'll get back to you. I'll get back to you. She didn't care. And then when she did finally tell them that he died, tell them why, she told them that he died of a heart attack when her brother shot the guy point blank. It's just crazy. So she's now free now to chase after her heart's desire. So she left where they were living to go into the area where Chad was living with his wife, and they've got kids as well. And mysteriously, his wife died natural causes not long after. But before his wife died, old Laurie here, she'd already gone on the internet and bought herself wedding rings for the both of them. Yeah, totally innocent, innit? And when the kids are missing, everybody's asking where the kids are. Where are these two? They've gone to Hawaii to get married. They're dancing on the beach, got all these photos, and there's like a warrant out for their arrest because they want to know where the kids are. Sick people, man. So anyway, yeah, she got convicted. How's that looking? Is that all right? Am I looking all right for an afternoon? I think so. So, the mascara I used was the Very Real mascara. I love this mascara. It just does the job very, very quickly for me. This is the Very Real Magnet. Again, I got this in one of the American beauty boxes again recently. Now, I need a little bit of contour. So, I also got this in my Charm by Ipsy, or whatever they're calling it. This is like a face palette, so I'm using this as a contour, and I remember that it was actually quite intense, so I'm going to try and be quite gentle in using this because it was a little bit intense. So if I just use that, I'm going to use this dark colour here. This is from Ace Beauty, so I'm just going to do a little bit just along here, just to shape my very round face. I don't know, guys, I've got to lose weight. I'm going on holiday in December, but I'm also not feeling great either. I went to the doctors the other day to do my sort of annual check and everything, and I'd put on 2 kilos from last year, which, okay, it's not bad. I suppose, what's that, 2 kilos, 5, 6 pounds? I don't know what that is. It's, you know, you can easily lose, but it's not like I'm slim anyway. I'm size 20. Well, I'm 22 now. I've gone up in size. So I knew I'd put on weight because I've gone up in size. I'm wearing size 22 clothes. And I hate it. I don't like it. I mean, I've never been a skinny bitch anyway. I've always been on the bigger, but I used to be athletic. I'm not athletic anymore, and I can't even say, yeah, I'll burn it off, because I won't, because I can hardly move these days because of my knees and my hips. So I do need to lose some weight, and I'm not quite sure what to do and how to do it. I really don't know. It's just so hard to do these things. I'm making excuses, but I need to find a way to move more and just to control what I eat, and I don't know what to do. So if you've got any ideas, let me know. I'm just going to put a little bit of a bronzer on, so I'm using the Bobbi Brown bronzer here, and I'm going to use my Complex Culture brush. Where is it? I did have it here. Yeah, just another Complex bronzer brush just to do that. Yep, that's all right. And then I am going to put on a blush. So I've got quite a few. I've been getting a lot of cream blushes, and I don't really like cream blushes and cream products, but getting so much of it, I haven't got much choice, so I've got to start using the stuff, haven't I? So, but I also got this oil one, which I quite like. So I got this in, again, my last Ipsy by BoxyCharm, and it's by Euphoria. And it's, what do they call it? It's called a, I don't know, it's a BYO blush. So it's like an oil, yeah, but they say it will provide a blush colour that's suitable for your skin. I actually like it. I really like it. So put it on like that, and then you can see it does provide a brush colour for me, and I like it. It's gimmicky, but hey, why not? It's a bit of fun. I like it. So let me just find one of my blushes here, and then just do this. See, I like it. It gives me a proper blush colour. It's quite pigmented. Yeah, I think it's fun. Put a little cross there. I think it's quite fun. I like it. So no one ain't telling me nothing. I like it. So there's that. And I am going to put a little bit of highlighter on. So there's a couple of highlighters again which I've been using. So again, I think I got these. I think I got this one in a UK box recently, this year. GLOSSYBOX maybe. It's from the Beauty Crop, and it's a Glow Milk, and I like this one. And I also got this one, which I think I got in a, it might have been in an American one, or it could have been a UK one, but both of these I like. And no, they're both from brands I don't think much of, but I've been reaching for them, so obviously doing something right. So I'm not sure which one I'm going to put on, so I'll see where my finger goes. Right, I'm going to do this one. Yep, so this is the Beauty Crop one. I'm pretty certain it was a GLOSSYBOX we got earlier on this year, so I'm just going to put a little bit of that on. Yep, that's it. I put a little bit of my Cupid's bow. I don't know why I do that. It's such a weird thing to do, but I do it. So, yep. So that's that. And then lip liner. I'm very boring when it comes to lip liners. I do either my MAC or my, what do you call it? Mally lip liner. So that should be in here somewhere. Should be in here. Ooh, where is it? Where is it? Where is it? Where is it? Okay, I can't find a MAC one, so well, can't find the Mally Beauty one, so I'll just use my MAC. This is MAC Chestnut. It's a standard when it comes to lip liners and black women. It really is. So put that on. Okay, so I feel better already just sort of chatting and putting makeup on. And then the other thing I bought recently was some stuff from Rare Beauty. I want to buy quite a few things from Rare Beauty, but I'm just taking my time and buying it. So I bought a couple of their lip oils, and I haven't really been wearing them as yet, so I bought two because these are the only two colours that were available. So these are sold at, I think, Cult Beauty, Space NK. I'm trying to think, there's another site that sells them as well. But so we have the Rare Beauty Soft Pinch Tinted Lip Oils. This one is in the shade Affection. And again, I really like these. I like how they feel. If I can open the darn thing. Come on, out you go. So there's that one. So this is Affection. It looks like, that's what the applicator looks like, and this is what the colour looks like on. So you can see that. So there's that one, but I don't want to wear that today. It's what I've been wearing most often, I admit. I'm going to wear this one today. So this one is, what shade is this one? This one is, it's Joy. So I said there wasn't many shades available. There was two shades I particularly wanted to buy, because I wanted to buy 4, but these are the only 2. So this is Joy. And that's what Joy looks like, and that's what I want to wear today. So I'm going to put on Joy because I want to feel joyful. And what I like about these ones, you can build up the kind of pigmentation on these. Not much, but you can build them up. Yeah. See, I feel so much better. I've got some makeup on. I feel alright. I feel nice now. That just makes such a difference. So yeah, so there you go guys. Just a little quick chat. Took longer than I thought, didn't it? I think that's my whole lunch break I've taken up just there, just doing that. I have got a GLOSSYBOX video which I need to do. This box came not even last week, the week before, so it's been sitting in here 2 weeks and I haven't opened it yet. So I may just film it and just get it out of the way, to be honest. So that might be coming on a little bit later. I've got to do a bit of work first because I've got a meeting coming up soon, and then I'll film the GLOSSYBOX afterwards. But yeah, there you go. So that's me doing a little get rid of me, a little chit chat, catch up with you, just check in and trying on some of the new makeup I've been wearing recently. So there you go. Should be going to the hairdressers in a couple of weeks as well, because you can see all the grey has come through and I need to cut and shape again. So yeah, cool. All right guys, take care. I will see you soon. Thanks for joining me. Bye.